She's at a place in her life where peace is a priority and negativity cannot exist. She's no longer matching energy. She's simply removing herself from any situation that doesn't vibrate her soul. So if you start moving funny, she's moving on.
What's up, my Vina loves? This is Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team News. Drew tweeted, "So we were never friends? Clearly just friendly? Notes taken. This flip-flopping B word come through. Flip-flops into Billy. Keep kissing that bleep as fake as they come." And then Sanya responded, "Actors gonna act. How long we been friends, Drew? What's my middle name? What's my favorite color? Girl, stop." And based on this tweet, looks like you the one kissing bleep. Sanya's only friendly when she can get something from you or use you. Drew's talking about herself right here. Not giving any energy to help some people have a storyline. Drew, you're reading yourself as well. Those were just a few tweets between Sanya and Drew. Now, if you watch the video I uploaded late last night about Drew's sister defending her against the LeBron James dating rumors, if you missed that video, click the very first link in the description below to watch that video. I said in that video that I did do a review on the last episode and everything that happened, but due to software issues, I lost that video, so I wasn't able to upload it. But that I will be doing a 2-for-1 special and I will include some of the things that I said in my review of the most recent episode that just passed. What I did not say in that video, because that video wasn't about this topic, so it wasn't appropriate to mention that in that video, but I can say it here. I watched Candy speak on it with Sanya. I took down notes. I sat here and I watched the entire episode. I did screenshots. I did all of that, okay? I was ready to do the Drew and Sanya video, and then something happened with my software, and that video is just nowhere to be found. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to focus on what happened on social media and what Sanya said on Speak on It. Just one little segment, post about it, and if I feel like fighting with the software to hopefully get the video back, I will do that. But if you are a creator, you already know after investing your time and doing a video and then something happening, is like, do I really want to sit here and do this video over? Because the real passion and your authentic first reaction, it's not the same when you come back to do it over. You don't get the same energy. But I'm going to do my best and just stay focused, give you my opinion, all of that. So most of you are aware that during the last episode, it just felt like it came out of left field for Sanya to just go in on Drew like that. People just felt like, what are you doing? Why are you being fake? You had all of this opportunity to talk to Drew, and now you're turning on Drew just to fit in with the crew, basically. Now, Kenya been defending Drew, even apologizing without anyone asking her to, when she acknowledged her wrong and all of that. She just simply wanted to know what Drop It with Drew was. And so it was during that conversation, Sanya joined in, and she just felt like due to the inconsistency and Drew just lying for no reason, she had to question Drew. But every time that she tried to talk to Drew on the side, Drew had 150 people with her. She didn't say that number, but I always use those numbers, okay? She had 150 people with her. And so she couldn't talk to Drew. And then she went and talked to Kenya. And knowing these girls, you say something to one of them and they might go and repeat it to someone else, especially when they're getting to know you and they have absolutely no loyalty to you, to keep like a secret or keep a conversation between the two of you. And Sanya didn't want that to happen. She had just talked to Kenya. She did not want Kenya to take that information, told Candy, and then basically the information got to Drew without Sanya being the one telling her to her face, because then that's even more fake. If you have an issue with me, why are you talking to Kenya? And why am I hearing it from Kenya, Candy, or other people? Why not just come to me? So I think Sanya wanting to jump in front of it before everything blowing up in her face and Kenya bringing it up, her being a real one, that's what she did. But based on the editing and how she did it, she's out here looking like Cynthia Billy 2.0, Miss Flip Flopper, okay? Flip Flop. And she's getting dragged all over social media for it. What is dropping with Drew? That was it. But no one is ganging up on Drew. And when Kenya was getting ganged up on Drew first season, she joined and jumped on the bandwagon and started to come for Kenya. Drew is a hypocrite. Am I saying that based on the editing, Sanya doesn't look like a flip-flopper? She absolutely does. But based on what she explained, she was able to clear her name a little bit. Based on what she explained, because she said she met up with Drew twice for dinner. She and her husband met up with Drew and her husband for dinner. And then after that, the next time she saw Drew was during filming. So at that time, during filming, they were friendly, not friends, because the show is not live. And most of the things we're seeing now happened months ago, almost a year ago. What Drew is reacting to is, okay, filming is done. We've been talking. We're still hanging out. So add all of the times we spent together during filming, and then add all of the times we've spent together after filming. Why would you then go on the show that was shot a few days before the episode aired and say, we are still not friends and we're friendly? The ladies do get the episode a few days early, okay? That's the reason why Candy is then able to release her speak on it after the episode, because you have to have the interview, then you have to edit, you have to have everything together in order for the video to be uploaded right after the episode. So when I said for you to come a few days before the episode and say that, okay? But because Candy had the episodes with her, she's able to take clips and insert it in her editing. Now, do I think that Sanya is a flip-flopper? Absolutely, if she and Drew are really friends and now she's saying they're friendly. But do I believe that she's a flip-flopper if they are not really friends and we're simply just putting on for the cameras? No. Did it look good the way how the editing and the way how she came at Drew? Absolutely not, because in that moment she could have still pulled Drew aside away from the girls and talked to her, because at that moment Drew didn't have her army with her. It was just Drew and then the other girls. However, this is a show. It is possible that production said, y'all all gonna sit right here and have this conversation. No one is walking away from this scene. And Sanya being nervous that, you know what, I don't want Kenya to be the one to let Drew know, because now Drew and Kenya are getting cool again. I'm just gonna say it right here in this scene in front of everybody, and it came off absolutely wrong. But Sanya still gets the side eye from me, because during that Milo event episode, she walked away with Sheree. They went to Milo and behaved like they said absolutely nothing negative. They didn't have any questions and made it look like it was Kenya and the other girls talking about Milo event, when they too were confused and had questions. So since that moment, I've been giving Sanya the side eye. The energy that she's giving to Drew, yes, it's creamy storyline, but Drew knows this because Drew was the same way. Drew came on this show gunning for Kenya Moore because that's what the person she was supporting told her to do. And with her sister confirming that she's been trying to come on the show for 5 years.
It took me 5 years to procure the deal for Real Housewives of Atlanta on Bravo.
That means Drew been watching the show and desperately trying to come on, and she's aware that go after Kenya Moore and keep your peach. So Drew, you did worse than Sanya. I'm not saying it makes it right. I'm just saying you know how the game is played. So why are you sitting here going on Twitter and reacting this way when you are fully, but you know what? Drew is friends with Portia, so I got it. They know how to lie and pretend. She knows how this game is played. She was barely friends with Portia, but calling Portia her friend. Then she said that she and Latoya were bonding and building something together, and they were cool, and she went and picked up Latoya, took her to church, and then she goes and betrayed Latoya and lied on that girl and said she was messing with an engaged pastor. You all remember. So Drew is a hypocrite, and she's getting everything she put out right back. She clowned Kenya more marriage. She body shamed Kenya. She did every single thing that's happening to her now. Lastly, we all know how it goes, okay? If someone comes on, let us make it look like this person is connected to one of the housewives. Even if you are not a friend of the show and you came with a peach, they will try to find someone to attach you to. We've seen it happen over and over again. It doesn't mean these people are real friends. Yes, there are times where real friends, end up on a show. But there are also times where people are not friends and they will try to connect you with someone. And we saw that happen with the whole Fallon and Portia situation. Portia lied and said Dennis is in the restaurant business and Simon is too. And Dennis introduced, her to Simon and his then wife Fallon. And, they went to a few dinners and Fallon is cool and she's beautiful. And that's how they became cool. Then after it came out that she was engaged to Fallon's husband at the time, then it was, we were never friends. Then it went from Shemia being the matchmaker to I slide in his DM. Which one is it? She couldn't even keep up her lie. The same thing, and the list goes on and on. So we know how this process works. Or Drew genuinely felt like she had a friendship with Sanya, and Sanya pulled a Cynthia Bailey. We're getting to know each other. Yeah, I remember I had to say that because she is behaving like flip-flop right now. So, our girl Kenya been through it on the show, chat. So hopefully that reminded Drew of how Latoya felt. The thing that we were building a friendship. You picked me up and took me to church. We've been talking since our little alleged kiss at the Bolo thing. And you're going to sit here and lie on me like this for a check, for a storyline? So there you go, Drew. You're just getting what you put out. But, it's a show. I'm wishing them the best. And that's just how I feel about it. It's not that I don't have remorse or I don't care. It's just to witness people be so evil. And then when certain things start happening to them, it's like, oh, we need to cry. Poor Drew. But I love that Kenya, regardless of everything, she is still showing Drew some grace. They posted these images together on both of their Instagram pages. And I already know, Tim Tor, some of you were rolling your eyes in the back of your head because you were like, oh my gosh, here goes Kenya again. Be careful, Kenya. Kenya is a big girl. She got this. Lastly, if on the show, the narrative is, I'm your friend, and something happened to me and the producers are telling me record it because this will be good for the show, why will I then call Kenya, Candy, or anybody else? I'm calling you, Drew, because on the show, you are my friend. So of course, I'm going to call you in that moment. But I'm not going to sit here and put you on blast and say, you know what? Let's spill it. Production made me call Drew. That lady barely had her peach. She's not trying to lose her peach. Now, is Sanya reaching sometimes and doing everything in her power to get a storyline? Absolutely. But Drew, get off your high horse because you did the same thing. You reached for the stars and you did everything to create a storyline. And when Kenya Moore started paying you dust and you could no longer get a reaction out of her, that's when you turned to Latoya. And they should have absolutely brought Latoya back because she had some unfinished business with Drew. But it's all good. Am I saying that's what she's doing this right? No, I'm just saying Drew of all people knows this. She knows how the game works. So stop acting all innocent on social media. However, most of the Real Housewives of Atlanta supporters, they watch the show at face value. They don't dig deep like myself and like most of you. So they're the ones who are dragging Sanya right now, reading her for filth. If I feel like it, I might do a separate video of just the comments, but they are still dragging her. I'll be back with my review. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. And here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted, and I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.